Hey guys, Vegan Restaurant V here, back with another video, and today I'm back with some more. Oh my god, I was about to say Danganronpa again. I don't know why I keep wanting to say I'm back with more Danganronpa. We're not playing Danganronpa anymore. I'm back with some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Why was that so hard to say? In the last episode, we went through another trial day on Turnabout Samurai, and we found out that Jack Hammer apparently drugged Mr. Will Powers and got him to sleep, and that he was the one in the steel samurai costume in the photo that Wendy Oldbag took, and that the real scene of the crime was actually Studio 2, which means everyone who was at Studio 1 has a solid alibi now because no one could get into Studio 1, and everyone who was at Studio 2 is a suspect because you could not leave Studio 2 before 4 o'clock. So, that's a lot of things we just found out. Yesterday. Last episode. I'm not sure when exactly this is coming out, but it should be yesterday/last episode. But no, after that whole trial fiasco, we are now back at the Wright & Co. law offices. Thank goodness. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. Sorry I missed it. Maya! Oops. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow! Good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? Oh, I explained this in the last episode. Yeah, I explained this in the last episode. Turns out I didn't need to because they're going into it right now. That's a new court system that I introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've got no time to waste. Yeah, so as I said last time, because of this trial system, they need to speed up the process, which means less thorough investigations, which means more guilty verdicts, which may or may not be true. You know, there's always false convictions in every court system. But that's a different topic of conversation for another day. What we're going to do now is we're going to move over to the detention center and we're going to talk to Mr. Will Powers real quick. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP! Only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Oh, why is this mellow music playing? What's going on here? Okay, let's talk to Will Powers about producer Vasquez. Yeah, let's talk to her. Or let's talk about her real quick. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, no one dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios is on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Rumors? Hold on, rumors sometimes have a basis in truth, you know. Okay, let's talk about director Manella. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. Oh, that poor kid. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I think if it was for her, he'd do it. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Maybe there's a bit of a correlation there, maybe. Who knows? But that's all we're gonna get out of Willpower. So we're going to move over to the studio main gate and see what else we can get at the studios. Oh, hi, old bag. Oh, you're not saying anything. Oh, you're not saying a thing. Oh, she's quiet for once. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we can even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. Good to know that. Alright, old bag. What do you have to say? Nope, I don't want to move. I want to talk to old bag, please. Okay, what do you have to say about producer Vasquez? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Okay, that's weird. Okay, let's talk about director Manella. Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. I was gonna say, Maya's 17. I feel like she would know about that sort of stuff, but also she's a very secluded life. Like, she's lived up in the mountains of her village. So I guess it makes sense that she's not as aware. Anyway, let's talk about Mr. Hammer real quick. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Yeah, you would think so, and yet it definitely happened, didn't it? Let's move over to the employee area. I guess you're not filming today either. I did want to see him filming, just one time. The trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching! Hey! Gumshoe? Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I could be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Alright, perfect timing. Let's talk to the man and see what he's found. Let's talk about the plate. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts with these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. You say that, yet you're doing it anyway. Alright, let's do it. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. It's good to know. Good to know. The steak plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Okay, let's talk about the investigation. How goes your investigation? Tell the truth, it's like a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, but some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Okay, let's talk about Prosecutor Edgeworth, then. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. He's so happy about that. Which is fair, because it was kind of like a shot in the dark a little bit, but also not. I don't know. It's a good thing we were right about that, though. There's less and less of a case against Powers the more we proceed with this, which is good. Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No! Yeah, Maya would be heartbroken at that. Steel Samurai's her favorite. Let's talk about Mr. Hammer real quick. I was wondering if I could talk to you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Have I switched up her voice or something? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she'd said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Good, I mean, that's something to ask about. That is definitely something to ask about. But first, let's ask about the last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to be making kid shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. I don't think... Okay, now we can talk about studio policy or 5 years ago. Let's talk about studio policy then, I guess. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. What? Evidence that kids will be heartbroken? Oh, the path to glory. Duh. And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Okay, now we can talk about 5 years ago. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what we've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she has on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do everything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks. We'll try asking her. She'll talk. Yeah, I don't know if she'll talk. There's only one way to really find out if she will, but, yeah, we gotta go talk to Miss Oldbag real quick. Main gate, let's go. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Yeah, everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Maybe. I don't know. If something happens, we need to help her, but let's talk about this incident from 5 years ago, because apparently you know about it. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who'd you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And yet you claim Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? But do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Where's that bottle of pills? Oh. Wait, do I present the pills or the plate? Do I present the pills or the plate? I think I present the plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in, and that's when we present the pill bottle. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, the paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Ooh. Ooh, that's a nasty way to go. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is This the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Yeah, that's a nasty way to go, though. Oof. Fall off and get impaled on one of those on the fence posts. Ugh, nasty way to go. Whew. Anyways, all right. Next thing we have to do, we have to go over to Studio 2, and oh, hello. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer? Who knows? We'll figure that out when we get to the trial tomorrow. But no, as I was saying, we gotta go to Studio 2, and we have to talk to Vasquez. We gotta confront her about all this. Hey, Nick! It's Miss Vasquez! Hello? Hello? Okay. But Maya! You should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. So, yeah, if you try to talk to her, she's not gonna say anything. Like, look, hold on, let's try talking about Mr. Hammer real quick. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder. Shh. I'm watching the clouds. Yeah, so that's all she's going to say. No matter what you ask her about, she's just gonna say, I'm watching the clouds. So if you really want to talk to her, you have to present the 5-year-old photo to her. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, Oldbag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to whoa, wow. And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Then I guess we also move inside the trailer. Let's go. Let's talk to her about this, yeah? You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez, you were using that incident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause! You pressured him! And to think it was just an accident! Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for over 5 years over a mere incident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence! Boys! Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why would D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Okay. Hold it right there! Let's go, Gumshoe! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Gumshoe, you've got some incredible timing, buddy. Not to mention some good eavesdropping skills. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe! Thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Man, Gumshoe, you're crazy. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. So yeah, right now it looks like D. Vasquez has a lot to do with Hammer, and possibly even the actual murder. But that is all for this episode. We'll decide this case. We'll see how this case ends tomorrow in the next episode. Until then, like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!